I'm Wayne Motts, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Civil War Museum up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and today I'm standing on the Antietam National Battlefield near Sharpsburg, Maryland. And I've brought out 3 historic objects that relate directly to this fight on September 17, 1862. The one right here in my hand is a model 1850 field and staff sword that belonged to South Carolina General Joseph Kershaw. Kershaw was a South Carolina brigade commander here at the Battle of Antietam, and this sword would have been given to him when he was commissioned in 1862. It was carried by him throughout the American Civil War, and it was surrendered just a few days before Lee surrendered at Appomattox at a place called Sailor's Creek. Kershaw survived the American Civil War, died, and is buried in South Carolina. But this is the sword he carried as a commanding officer for 3 years during the Civil War. This is a right-handed gauntlet that belonged to Major General, later Lieutenant General, Stonewall Jackson, used by Stonewall Jackson during the war. This gauntlet was given by Mrs. Jackson to an artist in Richmond, Virginia, who painted a painting of Stonewall Jackson. Not only did Mrs. Jackson send him this gauntlet, she sent him uniform items that belonged to her late husband. And when the painting was completed, the artist sent the items back to Mrs. Jackson, but she allowed the artist to keep this gauntlet. So this is an original gauntlet used by Stonewall Jackson during the American Civil War, likely to be right here on the Sharpsburg battlefield. This is a Major General's Commission, July 4th, 1862, that belonged to Major General John Sedgwick. And General Sedgwick was a commanding officer of a division here at the Battle of Antietam that attacked in the West Woods and lost tremendous casualties here during the fight. You'll notice at the bottom of it, it's signed by Edwin Stanton, who was Lincoln's Secretary of War, and it's also signed by President Lincoln himself. Now, Sedgwick survived the Battle of Antietam, fought in the Battle of Gettysburg, of course, commanding officer of the 6th Corps, and was killed in action at the Battle of Spotsylvania. And he's buried up in Connecticut. Thanks for joining us here on the Antietam battlefield. What a great thing to have these 3 historic treasures back here on the spot.